Dear students, welcome to my video class. I hope you are keeping well and I am also fine. Thank you. You know, the present situation is very remarkable and crucial because of COVID-19. It's a pandemic disease prevailing all over the world, including our country. And dear students, you have nothing to do except taking video class, and you have also nothing to do except watching our video class and reading attentively at home. Dear learner, before starting my class, I at first introduce myself. I am Aziz, assistant English class teacher, Alipur Union Secondary School, Alipur Shatkar. Today, I am going to take English class of class 8 and my today's topic is voice sense. Today I will teach you about changing voice, how to change passive to active. Dear learner, in my previous class I taught you how to change from active to passive, but now today I am going to teach you vice versa, because many students know how to change active to passive, but when they see passive sentence in the examination, they cannot change the voice into active one. So dear learner, now I am going to teach you how to change from passive voice into active voice. Dear learner, at first I am going to give an example on the blackboard. Dear learner, you know there are so many tenses in English grammar, perhaps 12 tenses in English grammar, and every tense you should have the knowledge about every tense, every form of the tense. If you do not know the form of tense, you cannot change any kind of voice sense. So dear learner, before learning voice sense, you must learn the form of tense, all the tenses in English grammar. Dear learner, at first I am going to teach you passive voice into active voice of present indefinite tense. So dear learner, present indefinite tense. We know that present indefinite tense is the first stage of tenses, and its form is subject plus verb plus verb on plus object plus extension, such as subject, verb on plus object. It is present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense, subject plus verb on plus object. And we know that if we want to change active voice into passive on, we must take an auxiliary such as an, is, or. This auxiliary must be taken in case of present indefinite tense. But if we see the passive voice in the question paper, we must change the passive voice into active on in this way, such as a letter is written by him. This is the example of present indefinite tense, because here it is passive voice, because subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb 3 plus by plus object. This is the example of present indefinite tense. And if we want to change the passive voice into active one, at first we have to take the subject. In passive voice, subject transform into object and it sits in the last position. He is object and its subject form is he. Subject form is he. Then we discard auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is. We must discard it, because in passive voice, in active voice, we should not. We do not need any auxiliary verb of present indefinite tense. So we must discard and insert, and then we have to write the present form of the base form. Present form, base form is written. Written is the main verb of the passive voice, and its base form is write. So we can write here writes. We have to read. We have to write writes, because subject start on singular. That's why we must take singular form of the verb. So we need the change of the verb in singular form, and writes is the singular form of write. And then we have to need object. The letter is object, and it is sit in the subject position, and we must take it into object position. So a letter is object. This is the sense of active voice of present indefinite tense. Such as present indefinite tense, subject plus verb 1 plus object. So this is the example of present indefinite tense, the active voice, the form of active voice from passive voice. Now I am going to change present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. At first, I will give an example of present continuous tense, such as fish is being caught by them. Dear learner, look at the example on the blackboard. I have written fish is being caught by them. It is the example of present continuous tense, and the form is passive form, because here subject is fish, and after subject we need is being, am being, and are being, and so is being is the actual form of passive voice. And we also see the main verb is past participle here, and also we have seen by and then object. This is the example of passive voice of present continuous tense. Now I will change the voice into passive. Dear learner, them is object here, and according to the rule of active voice, we must write a subject at first. So they is the subject form of them. Next, according to the rule of present continuous tense, we need am, is, are. Okay, learner, am, is, are. They is plural, so it takes are. They are, and we must discard the extra auxiliary verb being, because being is needed in passive voice, and inactive voice we do not need any extra auxiliary verb such as being. Being is extra auxiliary verb in passive voice, but it must be needed in passive voice, but we do not need it in active voice. So then an is or after subject, then the main verb would be written adding ing. After the main verb we should add ing. So the main verb is caught and its basic form or present form is catch. And after catch we have to add ing, because this is the form of present continuous tense. They are catching, and after the verb we must meet the object, and the object form is fish, and fish also the object form, and its subjective form and objective form are the same, because when we see any kind of noun in the subjective form or in the objective form, it must not be changed, because noun form never will changed according to subject and according to object. So dear learner, this is the rule of passive voice into active one in present continuous tense. Now I am going to give another example of present continuous tense, the passive voice, such as the game has been won by us. The game has been won by us. Dear learner, you have noticed I have written another example of present perfect tense. The game has been won by us. This is the example of passive voice of present perfect tense. Dear learner, what can we do to change the passive voice into active one? If we want to change the passive voice into active one, we must change the object form at first. Its object form is us, and the subject form is we, and according to the form of present perfect tense, we must need have or has. So we may write here have, because we plural, and that's why it takes plural auxiliary verb. Have is plural auxiliary verb, and so we take the plural auxiliary verb. If the auxiliary or if the subject is third person singular, then it takes has form. So as the subject is plural, so the auxiliary verb also plural, and then we have to discard the extra auxiliary verb been. Been is extra auxiliary verb, and it is necessary in passive voice, but it is not necessary in active voice. So we must discard the extra auxiliary verb been, and then we must need the main verb. Must need the main verb. Main verb is one, one is past participle and have also take will also take the past participle form of the verb. That's why we must make one, and then the object form. The object form is game. The game is object form. It is also a noun form, and that's why the noun form must not be changed into object one, and it will also never be changed into subjective form. Its subjective form and the objective form is the same, because game is a noun. Noun can never be changed into object or subject. So dear learner, we have completed the example of active voice from passive one. We have won the game. This is the active form of the passive one according to the rule of passive to active. So dear learner, now we are going to give another example of another tense, and our next tense is present perfect continuous tense. So look at the blackboard. Dear learner, I will again suggest you to watch more and more our video class, and you find numerous video classes of different types of topics of different teachers, different qualified teachers in English or in another subject. You must watch this class staying at home because there is no class, there is no school, so you must watch this class. And if you watch this class again and again, I hope you will be benefited, you will be active in learning any kind of grammatical items or any kind of subjective knowledge. So dear students, our next example is present perfect continuous tense. Rice has been cooked for half an hour by half. Active. Dear learner, I have written an example of present perfect continuous tense of passive form, such as rice has been being cooked for half an hour by half. This is the example of passive voice of present perfect continuous tense. Now we will see how to change the passive voice into active one. At first we need the subject form of the objective form is of half. Objective form of passive voice is half, and its active voice is subject form is she. She is the subjective form of half. And then we need auxiliary verb in present perfect continuous tense. According to the form or rule of present perfect continuous tense, we must need has been or have been. Have been or has been after the subject. If subject is third person singular number, the auxiliary verb should be has been, such as he, she, it, he, she, it, he, she, eat, noun, any kind of name, Hassan, Hassan, Rani, etc. This is singular form, singular subject, and this subject must take has been. That's why she is third person singular, such as she is here singular, so she will take has been, and then we have to discard or we have to omit the extra auxiliary verb. Extra auxiliary verb is been. It is necessary in passive voice, but it is not necessary. It is not important in doing active form of this tense. So we need not take been. So we should discard the extra auxiliary verb. Then we must need verb plus ing. In present perfect continuous tense, we know always takes present have has been, has been, and verb plus ing. So the main verb is cooked. Cooked is past form, and its present form is cooked, and so we can write cooking. As the rule is the subject must take have been or has been, and then it takes verb plus ing. That's why I have written here she has been cooking, and then we need the subject form. The subject form is object form. The object form is rice. Rice is in the subject form, and its object form is also the same, because rice is a noun. Rice is a noun, so it should not be changed into another form, and its subjective form and objective form are the same. So we write rice and then extra extension for half an hour. It is extension, and we must write the extension form after the object for half an hour. This is extension, and this is the main changing form of active voice from passive one. She has been cooking rice for half an hour. So, dear students, we have completed 4 rules or 4 items from passive voice into active one according to the tenses. And you know that there are so many tenses in English grammar, and only we have completed 4 rules of 4 passive voice into active voice according to the form of tense. Now, dear students, I am going to another tense, and I am going to teach you another tense, and our second section is past tense. We have completed first section, present tense. Present tense is of 4 kinds, such as present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. We have already seen so many examples according to the rule of passive voice into active one, and then we will see past tense. Past tense has also 4 classifications, such as past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, and last of all past perfect continuous tense. I will try to teach you some of the examples of these items. Look at the blackboard there, friends. Dear learner, look at the example. I have written, he was seen by me. He was seen by me. This is the example of passive voice of past indefinite tense. According to the rule of passive voice in past indefinite tense, we must need was and were, and also we need the verb past participle and by and object. All are in the right position, and that's why it is called the example of passive voice of past indefinite tense. And in case of past indefinite tense, at first we need the subject form. Here the object form is me, and its subjective form is I. And I also discussed the extra auxiliary verb of this tense. In this tense, extra auxiliary verb is was and were. We know was and were are necessary to change active voice into passive one. And if we want to change passive voice into active one, we must discard or we must omit extra auxiliary verb. Extra auxiliary verb is was, and we must discard the auxiliary verb. And then we must take the past form. Seen is past participle form, and its past form is saw. Its past form is saw, and then I need the object form. The object form of he is him. Okay, dear learner, this is the solution of passive voice into active one. In this way, I saw him. I saw him. It is the example of past indefinite tense from passive voice into active one. Next, I am going to teach you another example of past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. I am going to give an example of past continuous tense of passive voice, such as cricket, or swing, played by them. Well, the above example of the voice is passive voice of past continuous tense. Such as in past continuous tense, we know that the subject must take was being and were being, and the main verb of will be past participle, and then by, and then the object. This is the example of past continuous tense, and according to the rule of past continuous tense from passive voice into active one, we must make the subject form. The subject form is here them, and its subject form is they. They must be changed. They must be changed into they, because them object and its subjective form is they. And we have also we must need auxiliary verb was and were. So we must write here were, but was is said or written after the subject cricket. Cricket is singular form, and that's why it will take singular form of the verb. Was is singular form and where is plural form. In case of singular form, it must take was, but they is plural, so it must take the plural form of where. Was is singular and where is plural. That's why they must take where according to the number and person of the subject. And then we must need a base form. After the base form, we must need ing. And base form of the verb, and being here is also extra auxiliary verb. And we know that in every tense is in case of active voice, we must discard or we must omit extra auxiliary verb in every tense. Every tense, according to the rule of active voice, we must discard, we must omit extra auxiliary verb. That's why we must here, we also here omit being, and then we send the main verb. The main verb is played, and played is past participle here, and its present form is play. And after play, we have to add ing. This is the main form of past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. The form of past continuous tense is subject plus was or were or verb plus ing. That's why this is the rule of past continuous tense. Then we have to write the object form. The object form of cricket is cricket. Cricket is noun, so it must not be changed. It will be the same because cricket is noun, and you know that noun can never be changed according of their subjective and objective form. It must be the same. So, dear students, this is the another kind of rule of passive into active of past continuous tense. In this way, I hope you will change, or you can change every passive voice into active one, and you must solve all kinds of problems according to the rules of tense and voices. So, dear learner, today I will not lengthen my lecture. I hope I will again come up with another kinds of rules of passive into active one, and till then you must be safe and careful, and you must be conscious of this present disease. The disease is COVID-19. It is a very dangerous disease all over the world, and you know that more than thousands of people, thousands of lives have been or are taken by this disease, and that's why we must be conscious, must be careful of using our day-to-day lives, wasting or passing our day-to-day life. If we want to go out of our house, we must take mask, hand sanitizer, and must maintain social distance and health rules. Otherwise, we must be hampered, must be attacked by this disease. So, dear learner, I hope you will be grateful, you will be benefited by watching my important class, and I hope I will again come up with another type of grammatical items with you. Till then, Allah Hafiz.